To journey through a dreamscape is to journey through life itself, never knowing what's around the next corner, but forever curious of the weird uncertainties of the dream you are in. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Cosy Reads. I hope you've all been keeping well. Thank you all for joining me for another episode of The Lovers. With the man now receiving his quest and the gifts to complete it, him and his companion will have to travel far and wide into the dreamscape to free his girlfriend and fulfill his destiny. As the man rested, he thought on the journey so far. It was strange being in this place. He did not need to eat, sleep, or drink. Yet when he did, it always seemed sweeter than when he was awake. To sleep and dream in the dreaming is like continuing a story from where you left off. It was like he was here, but not here at the same time. A place where not just all your dreams came true, but one where you could truly experience those dreams and understand them, live them, and potentially die in them. This was the part that he didn't like, and so he refrained from sleeping. However, the food and drink tasted like nothing he'd ever had before. It was almost like it fulfilled what you truly desired, but on a grander scale, giving you a kaleidoscope of flavours with every bite taken and drink sipped. This was a part of his journey he could truly get used to. He stretched out his legs and only just realised how quickly it had taken them to stop aching. He was sure he had been walking for hours, maybe a day or two in this place, but once he took his mind off his legs and there was something else to focus on, the pain and tiredness he felt in them vanished. How did this world function, and why did it have such an effect on his body? What kind of a place was he really in? Was it safe to just assume that the dreamscape is just that, a dream? All that talk of dreams got him thinking of his girlfriend, trapped in her dreams, stuck in an endless sleep. He missed her so much, the way she laughed and the way she could make him laugh, the stories they told each other and how passionate she got when speaking. They used to sit up until the early hours of the morning, just lost in worlds that she conjured up from her stories. He fell in love with her over and over, and if she had told him that this journey he was on was one of her stories, he would have believed her in a heartbeat. He wanted to be positive, to know that he will find her, but doubt kept creeping in, almost like it was right there, hiding behind the door, slowly pushing it open with every thought. He shook his head and pushed himself off the bed, before deciding that now was a good time as any to start his adventure. He left his room and was immediately greeted by the others, who were all in the lounge area relaxing. Ranrok was reading, while Calliope was baking, and the imp was enjoying an interestingly coloured drink. "Ah, so you are up and ready to head out now, are you?" Ranrok said without looking up from his book. "Yep, no point in lazing about. Might as well get this journey started," the man responded. He was a bit confused as to why everyone was here. They all went off to their respective rooms to rest, and he didn't hear anyone stir. So how did they all convene into the lounge area before him? It was almost like they knew that he was coming to a decision on when to leave, which Calliope all but confirmed. The dreamscape and its denizens have an interesting relationship. We sometimes get hints from the dreamscape on things about to happen, Calliope said while kneading some dough. And some have bigger hints, ones that can actually be deciphered properly, hence the future sight, Ranrok explained, before closing his book and pulling himself from his chair. We won't keep the two of you, as you have a long journey ahead, so take what we have said with caution, and use the gifts when you need them. Keep them close, lest you be dead and your girlfriend lost forever. And make sure to have as much fun as possible while journeying. It is not about the destination, as it is the journey. Each being of Calliope spoke in turn, and the man nodded and thanked her for the advice. Well, this has been fruitful. I knew it was a good idea coming to see you both, but yes, we must make haste. The dreamscape is not going to solve our problems for us, or bring our problems here to sort them. We must venture out and find them, the imp said, before gulping down the rest of his drink, and then hopping up from his seat and making his way to the door. The man thanked Calliope and Ranrok for their help and hospitality, with Ranrok quickly giving the man a small sigil that attached to his chest. The sigil created an armour, forged from dwarven steelmakers, powerful enough to protect you from lightning itself. He looked quite pleased with himself when he said this. The man accepted the gift, and with that, him and the imp were off, ready to venture further into the dreamscape. The man had given the map to the imp, as he knew how to read it, and as they went further and further away from the cabin, the man noticed how quickly the scenery changed, so that not even the forest around the cabin was visible. Eventually they arrived at a desert with sand stretched as far as the eye could see. The man turned around and saw a desert for miles behind him. He didn't remember walking this far into the desert. Yeah, they might have been walking for a while, but the man realized where he was and concluded that trying to make sense of the dreamscape will drive him mad. He walked over to the imp who was trying to get their bearings. "Everything good?" the man asked. "Yes or no, depending on your definition of good. Yes, we are closer to our goal. No, because there are land sharks in this desert. But the map is struggling to pinpoint it. So we may not wish to stand in one place for too long," the imp responded before rolling up the map and skipping in a random direction through the desert. "Keep up," the imp called back. "Wait, did you say land sharks?" the man called before running over to the imp. And that brings chapter 6 of this story to an end. I hope you have all enjoyed this episode and you have been enjoying this series as we truly get right into the thick of it now. As a recap, the man seemingly lost his girlfriend to a coma, only to be sucked into a dreamscape himself, watched over by a shadowy figure. This caused the man to wake up in the dreamscape, and unable to awake himself from the dreamscape, he followed an imp that led him to two individuals, a husband and wife, ones who saw the arrival of the man, and surprise, the Shadow Man. And in knowing the Shadow Man was a seemingly dangerous individual, they put their faith into the non-Shadow Man, gifting him with powerful artifacts that can help him in his journey to free his girlfriend and providing him with the quest to rescue her. They sent him and the imp on their way, while warning of the Shadow Man, explaining that they will run into him again. Now the man is searching for his mystical lake of access, and there he will find the answers he seeks, and hopefully bring him closer to freeing his girlfriend. For now, however, the man and the imp are lost in a desert, surrounded by land sharks. Let's see how they fare against these perilous beasts in our next episode of The Lovers. And with that, I hope you have all sufficiently warmed up and that this story has brought you some level of comfort. I wish you safe travels on the journey of life, and feel free to come back again whenever you need a new story to warm your day.